Ladies and gentlemen, excellencies, dear guests, allow me to warmly welcome you and extend my special gratitude for joining the celebration of the national holiday, Independence Day of Georgia. It is my great pleasure to host this event. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are commemorating the 96th anniversary since Georgia regained independence and founded the first democratic republic in 1918. During the short time of its existence, the Georgian Democratic Republic proved its allegiance to the principles of freedom and democracy, respect for human rights and liberties. The first democratic constitution, adopted in February 1921, few days before the Soviet annexation, was clear evidence of Georgia's strong aspiration towards Western civilizations and values. Contemplating Georgia's current development, I can proudly state that we follow the legacy of the first democratic republic. Moreover, today's Georgia is taking even stronger steps towards establishing full-fledged and sustainable democracy. With these endeavors, we are opening new chapters for the present and the future of our country. We are irreversibly advancing the European and Euro-Atlantic integration, which means the return to the European family. Nonetheless, Georgia, with its rich Christian culture, has always been an integral part of European civilization. I am delighted to underscore that the United Kingdom is Georgia's closest ally and friend, strongly supporting our primary goals. Our relations are developing dynamically in various areas, including defense, trade, economy, culture, education, etc. Over the past few months, we had a very busy calendar of high-level visits. We hosted Mr. David Lidington, the Minister of State for Europe, and later the Foreign Secretary William Hague, who arrived in Georgia at a moment of historic importance for my country. Ladies and gentlemen, we are indeed witnessing a historic moment in our history. On 27th of June, Georgia and the European Union are signing the association agreement, including the deep comprehensive free trade area. This act hallmarks both huge success in our country's tireless efforts to bring about genuine transformation and new vigorous start in our relations with the European Union. At the same time, we strongly focus on our Euro-Atlantic ambitions and are looking forward to the NATO summit in Wales, which will duly evaluate Georgia's successful performance on the way of integration to NATO. Having this in mind, we strongly believe that recent high-level visits from London clearly demonstrate not only the intense and close bilateral ties of two countries, but also the United Kingdom's strong support and solidarity to Georgia's European way. We cherish active support of our British friends on the way towards the European and Euro-Atlantic institutions in the struggle for deoccupation of 20% of Georgian territory. We are enormously thankful for the UK's efforts to advance the non-recognition policy towards Abkhazia and Trimali region. We also highly value the United Kingdom's assistance in developing crisis management mechanisms and contribution to judicial reform. Ladies and gentlemen, let me especially highlight the intensive cooperation in the fields of culture and education. For many years, we have been witnessing strong support of our British friends in arranging various cultural events in the United Kingdom, with participation of prominent Georgian artists. A lot of students and young people have been coming from Georgia to get education at the best British universities and education institutions. However, we are still in search of new opportunities for deepening our ties in these areas. While touching upon the full agenda of Georgian-British relations, I wish to highlight the role of all members of the Georgian community Kingdom, who for many years have been promoting Georgia, its culture, and enhancing the awareness of my country in Britain. In this regard, I would like to acknowledge the contribution of the Georgian British Society in strengthening our bilateral ties. Being aware that our compatriots are attending today's celebration, I am extending my sincere gratitude to them for their valuable input. Although the bilateral relations between Georgia and the United Kingdom are close, intense, and continue developing very dynamically, both countries show their strong willingness to further enhance these ties based on friendship and close partnership. Coincidentally, the presiding officer of the National Assembly for Wales, Ms. Rosemary Butler, is now visiting Georgia to celebrate the official birthday of Her Majesty the Queen. Having in mind that I'm visiting London, let me take this opportunity to raise the glass to the special relationship between our countries and people. Thank you once again for being with us and enjoy your time. Thank you.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. First, you know that we congratulate all of us, Georgia, for their National Day. It's a wonderful country, it's a beautiful country, and despite the difficulties, you know, they had in the history, but they overcame all of the economic, you know, that the difficulties, like apart from the political difficulties. And they are now one of the fastest growing economy in the whole area there. And that it shows, you know, how the Georgian people are diligent and hard working. And I'm sure, you know, this beautiful country will prosperous and will progress in the future.